Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
So, before we start our discussion, kindly lead the prayer, Miss Acero.
Okay po, ma'am. Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Miss Acero. So, how are you today, class?
We're fine, ma'am.
Good.
Good.
Yes, you're good. You're fine. So, did you eat your lunch?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you eat your lunch,
No, ma'am.
Hello?
What, ma'am? Pardon?
Did you eat your lunch?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
did take my brunch, ma'am.
Oh, why did you take only brunch?
It's because I have an appointment to make.
Ah, okay, okay. So, may I call on the secretary, Mr. Cobello, to check the attendance? Is there absent for today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good job, class. So all of you are present for today's afternoon. So now, last meeting, we discussed about the food pyramid. So, do you remember what are the three level of or the three classifications of food pyramid, Mr. Cobello?
The go, grow, and glow.
Okay. So, Miss Acero, what is Go Foods?
I think it's bread.
So, in Go Food, we have these are food that provide energy. In Grow Food, we have for growth and development, and Glow is for rich in vitamins and minerals. So now let us proceed to our motivational activity. So it is called arrange the jumbled letters. So are you ready? Are you ready to answer our motivational activity for today, class?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the first. Can you guess, Miss Acero?
Holistic health.
Holistic health. Let's see. Okay, you're right. Okay, for the next one, Mr. Cobello.
I think it's dimensions, ma'am.
Oh, let's see. Okay, that's correct. Okay, for our third slide, what is this, Miss Acero?
Spiritual.
Yes, correct. You are right. Okay, for the next one, Mr. Cobello.
It's physical, ma'am.
Hey, let's see. You're correct also. And for our last one, Miss Acero.
Emotional, ma'am.
Hey, you're right. Emotional. So now let us proceed to our activity for today's uh, lesson. So it is called Match Me Up. So match column A with column B. So click the icon if you want to answer. So for the number one, so you need to just say the letter and the word if you for the correct answer. So in the column A, so number one, revitalize your mental energy. So Mr. Cobello, for you,
C, ma'am.
what?
C.
C,
Mental.
mental. So you're correct. So why did you choose letter C?
Because it has the same words, ma'am.
Yeah, you're right. There is a clue in which is the mental energy. So number 2, celebrate your body. Miss Acero,
I think it's body. I know physical
letter D, physical. Why? Why did you choose physical?
because it has keyword which is body.
Okay, you're right. So for the third one, Mr. Cobello,
It is kuan ma'am, spiritual.
spiritual. You're correct because you in spiritual there is the word soul. It is also in the spiritual health. For the number 4, Miss Acero,
I think it's emotional.
okay, emotional. You got the correct answer. So it says there here that boost your positive emotions. And for the last one, treat yourself with a good company, Mr. Cobello.
I think it's social, ma'am.
Yeah, why is it social?
Um, because it includes a good company, which means other people. So I think it's in there interacting with other people, so it's connected to social.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. For now, what did you feel after doing the activity, Miss Acero?
I feel happy and excited, ma'am.
Yeah, you feel happy. For you, Mr. Cobello, based on the activity, what is our topic all about?
I think it's about the holistic well-being of an individual, ma'am.
Wow. So you're right. So do you have any idea what is holistic health, Miss Acero?
I think, ma'am, it's the overall health.
Pardon?
Overall health, ma'am. It's
It's
the
the
overall health.
overall health. Let's proceed to our objectives. So kindly read, everybody.
Classify the dimensions of holistic health: physical, mental, intellectual, emotional, social, and moral, spiritual, and analyze the difference between practicing healthy and unhealthy lifestyle.
Thank you so much. Are you ready to learn, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now let's discuss what is holistic health. So kindly read, Mr. Cobello, what is holistic health?
Um, Holistic health is an approach to life. Rather than focusing on illness or specific parts of the body, this approach to health considers the whole person and how he or she interacts with his or her environment.
What did you learn from what you read, Mr. Cobello? So what did you learn? Or what did you
Uh,
understand?
holistic health, ma'am, is about the overall well-being of an individual. We should not focus on only on other specific health, but as a whole.
Yeah, you have an idea, Mr. Cobello. So when we say holistic health, it is an approach to well-being that considers the whole person, taking into account various interconnected aspects of their life. So it goes beyond just the physical body and includes mental, emotional, social, and even spiritual dimension. So it goes beyond a person not having a disease. So when we say holistic health, it doesn't mean na kanang ang usa ka person walay sakit, so matawag na siyang holistic health. It's not like that. So when we say holistic health, all of the dimension or the overall, like for example, your physical, your social, your mental is interconnected with each other, and which balance our overall health. So, practices associated with holistic health may include a focus on healthy nutrition, regular exercise, stress management, and emotional well being. So, the goal is to achieve a state of balance and harmony in all aspects of life. So, promoting not only the absence of illness, as what I mentioned earlier, na di porket wala kang sakit, makatawag na ka nga holistic health. So it goes beyond like that. But also a sense of vitality, purpose, and fulfillment. So holistic health encourage individuals to actively participate in their own well-being and often involves a combination of lifestyle choices, preventive measures, and complementary therapies to support the body's natural healing activities. So that is holistic health. So now let us discuss the dimensions of holistic health. So the first dimension is physical health. Kindly read Miss Acero.
So, physical health is it refers to the well-being of an individual. For example, Mark performs simple physical exercises every day to keep herself healthy.
Okay, so in physical health, it means that you can do your daily tasks without getting tired and undue fatigue. So when we say physical health, that when kung mag-exercise na ka, dali ka po yun. So, if dali ka po yun, so dili ka physically healthy. So for example, Miss Acero has the energy to play or bond with her friends after washing her clothes the whole morning. So for example, daghan kay kagibuhat anang adlaw pero kanang naa pa kay time para makipag-bonding sa imong family kay di wala pa man kakapuya. So that is physical health. So the next one is mental or intellectual health. So kindly read Mr. Cobello.
Intellectual health, it refers to the ability of an individual to think and improve his quality skills in life. Example, go out and make new friends. Keep yourself busy with school activities.
Okay, so in the mental or intellectual health, it is the ability to rationalize things or to think wisely or to improve your quality skills in life. So, for example, find a good reason in your failure. So, think that everything happened for a good reason. So, if you have a good mental health now, dili ra ka dali-dali ma-depress when it comes kung ma-fail ka ana nga subject kay kanang naman kay good mental health so mangita kag paagi aron kanang imong failure ma-turn na into kanang another success or achievement kay diba dali if ma-fail ta kay kanang dali ra ta mo give up. So if you have a good mental or intellectual health dili gid ka dali mo give up, then kanang magpadayon gid ka kanang porsigido gid ka bisan pa na fail na ka ana, di ba daghan kaayong story. For example, nag-take kag board exam, so na fail ka pero kay wala man ka ni give up, so ni try na pud ka og take sa board exam until nakapasar ka. So that is also an example of having a good mental or intellectual health. So the third one is the emotional health. Can you read Miss Acero? What is emotional health?
Emotional health is the ability to accept failures, cope with your environment, and consider the feelings of others. For example, if a family member has left to work in other place, so you can easily accept the reality of being away from your loved ones.
So can you can you explain to me what is emotional health based on your understanding, Miss Acero?
Um, ang emotional health is para na is nakay ability to cope up with your environment and consider the feeling of others. So for example is kanang um, for example is kanang gibuwagan ka or heartbroken ka. So kay naman kay ability to kanang cope up sa imong emotion so mo nang murag dili ra kadali nga kanang ma masakitan. So naman gamay pero ma-cope up ra pud nimo siya like nakay himuon nga ways para ma overcome to nimo nga emotion.
Yes, okay, you're right. You're right, Miss Acero. So, when it comes to emotional health, katong imong giingon nga dali ra ka maka-cope up. And then also, consider ka sa feelings sa others. For example, emotion ay kanang bitong sige na imong i-criticize ang usa ka tawo. Ingon ka nga maot man na. So, if you have you consider the feelings of others, imo siyang ingnan in a good way. Kay para dili siya masakitan. So the next one is the social health. So kindly read Mr. Covello what is social health and also kindly explain it briefly based on your understanding.
Social health. It is how well you build relationship with your community and how you interact with the people that surround you. Example, as a teenager, you easily mingle and develop friendship with the neighborhood. So about this social health, ma'am, I believe every individual needs to socialize with other people. It, because I believe to the saying that no man is an island. Thank you.
Wow, you're like in a beauty pageant, Mr. Covello. Thank you so much. So for as you said, what you've said that no man is an island. So we, as people, need to interact with one another. So you have to build a good relationship in order for you to have a peace and harmonized community. And for the next one is we have moral or spiritual health. Can you read Miss Acero?
Moral spiritual health. So it refers to one's faith, belief, and values, and knowing the meanings and purposes in life. For example, is respect everybody's faith. It is looking deeply within oneself and belief.
Okay. So can you explain to me what have you understand?
So for me is moral spiritual health is based on your example, ma'am, which is respect everybody's faith. So um, each one of us has a kanang lahi-lahi of spiritual faith. So we need to respect each other. Like for example, di porket na ako Christian, then si Theodore is Muslim, is dili nami pwede mag-friend. So, kanang mag-limit ni nung kag barrier, maghimuon mo sa diyang reason nga dili ka makig-friends sa iya tungod kay Muslim siya. So, kay kuan man ka kanang naman kay ability sa moral spiritual health or kanang kay ba man ka sa meaning sa moral spiritual health. So, dili ka mag set og barrier sa ubang tao. Naghapon kay respeto sa uban.
Okay, you're right, ma'am. You're right, Miss Acero. So, in the moral spiritual health, you need to respect each other's belief. Kay dili porket kanang mao na imong religion dapat mao ni sundod sa tanan. So you need to also respect others' faith and beliefs. So for the last one, we have environmental health. So Cabello, can please read and explain what is environmental health?
Environmental health. Understand the effect of the air and water and the land that surrounds our health, surrounds in our environment. Observe proper waste disposal to avoid contamination of our environment. So about this, ma'am, if we do not clean our environment or preserve our environment, it would cause such kanang pollution in which also may affect our health.
Yes. Thank thank you so much, Mr. Covelo. So when we say environmental health, it recognizes the impact of environment and man-made hazards. For example, so we have here in the environmental health na siya component which is the 5 R's. So the first one is refuse. Refuse is it means that it includes garbage and rubbish. So garbage is mostly decomposable food, water, and rubbish is mostly dry materials such as glass, paper, cloth, and wood. The second one of the 5 R's is the reduce. So I know you're familiar with reduce. It is to help cut down the amount of waste we throw away. So for example, dapat mag-reduce ta og atong mga gamit kay or atong mga kanang plastics aron dili na siya mas mudaghan pa. Next is reuse. It is learning to reuse items or repurpose them like turning old jars and pots into ornaments and shipping containers into homes and offices. So for example katong pag-fill demo ninyo. So inyo mang i-reuse ang katong mga plastic bottles which is himo ninyong props for the fill demo. And next is the repurpose. So it refers to the process by which an object with when one use value is transformed or redeployed as an object with an alternative use value. And last one is the recycle. So it is to use recycled paper for printing, handicraft, or ornaments. So for example, mag-recycle kana nakaidaghan kay band paper nga wala na gamit. So kay wala pa may suwat ang likod, so mo na siya imong i-print sa imong mga activity aron maka less ka og band paper. So that would be all for our discussion. So we have 6 dimensions of holistic health. The first one is physical, the second one is mental or intellectual health, the third one is emotional health, the fourth one is social health, the fifth one is moral spiritual health, and the last one is the environmental health. So now we will be having another activity. It's called Fit Me In. So the direction is classify the following activities into physical, social, moral, spiritual, emotional, mental, and environmental health by raising the hands using the hand icon na Google Meet and explain it briefly. So, mo ni mga example and then inyong i-answer either physical katong mga dimension and then explain ninyo nganong mauna inyong answer. So let's start with number 1, walking around the plaza. So Miss Acero, for you, what's unsa man siya nga dimension na nabilong ang walking around the plaza?
I think it's physical.
Physical nga nung physical man.
Kay kuan man kanang oh my god. Wait, ma'am. Kay nagamit man ka sa imong body which is walking around ka sa plaza.
Okay, so you are correct, Miss Acero. So in walking around the plaza, it is a physical activity that promotes cardiovascular health, that improves endurance, and helps maintain a healthy weight. So you're right. So for the second example, Mr. Covelo, for you,
Exercising, ma'am.
it's not exercising. Second
So
bullet.
number 2, ma'am.
Yeah, second bullet.
Chatting with friends, ma'am. I think it's social, ma'am.
Why? Why do
because
you think it's social?
you are interacting with other people, so you called friends.
Yes. So chatting with friends is, as what Mr. Cobello said, it's social health because you interact with friends and contributes to the well-being, and you have foster connections and also reduce the feelings of loneliness and provide emotional support with your friend. So the third bullet, Miss Acero,
Emotional, ma'am.
what
Emotional.
emotional? Why is it emotional?
Because um, going out with family and relatives can help you to um, um, what's that? Makatabang nimo sa ma'am para murag keep you positive or happy.
Yeah. So going out with the family and relatives, it could be social health and mental health, and also it could be emotional health because spending time with family and relatives strengthens the social bonds and also enhances emotional connection, as what Miss Acero said. So fourth bullet is exercising in a regular basis. Mr. Cobello,
Um, Exercise on a regular basis, I think it falls under the physical
why?
health because it uses your body to stay active and such as that, and it could also fall into ma'am, spiritual health, emotional health, mental health, social health.
All the dimension. But I think you're right for the first one. It's physical health. And next is eating fruits and vegetables and drinking plenty of water. So Miss Acero, for these two, I think they have um the same answer. So what would it be?
I think it's physical, mom,
Why?
because fun. These two, which is fun, eating fruits and vegetables and drinking plenty of water can help you to be can you kan makatabang nimo nga healthy ka sa imong body. That's why it's under physical.
Yes, you're right, Miss Acero. So when you eat fruits and when you drink plenty of water, you it promotes good digestion, and also it is essential for us for our body to function. Okay, the next one we have throwing garbage into the trash bin. Mr. Cobello,
I think it falls under the environmental health, ma'am,
why?
because throwing garbage cause destruction to the environment, which is very bad.
Okay, you're right. Okay, for the next bullet, Miss Acero,
I think it's emotional, mom,
why?
because you show emotion, which is love and affection to your loved ones. That's why it's under emotional.
Yeah, you're right, Miss Acero. So in showing love and affection to your loved ones can contribute to a positive support system. Next one is picking pieces of papers on the corridors. Mr. Cobello,
I think it still falls under to the environmental health
why?
because after seeing pieces of papers on the ground and then picking them up and throwing them to the proper uh, segre- proper segregation, which would help our environment to stay cleaner.
Yeah, you are right. So it promotes a overall well-being and contributes to a safe and pleasant living or working space. So the next one, playing Scrabbles and word hunt. What is it, Miss Acero? Your mic is off.
I think it's a mental, ma'am,
Why mental health?
because it helps you to enhance your critical thinking, which
Wow.
playing Scrabbles and word hunt.
Yeah, you're right. So it can enhance your cognitive ability and also supports your mental well-being. So for the second to the last, Mr. Cobello, reading educational materials.
I think it still falls to kuan ma'am, to mental health
Why?
because it helps you to gain knowledge and improve your cognitive state.
Okay, so you're right. So it still contribute to your intellectual knowledge acquisition. And for the last one, we have writing letters to someone. Miss Acero,
I think it's social, ma'am,
why?
because you're writing to someone. That's why I consider it as social.
So you consider it social because what did you say?
Because you're writing a letter to someone,
Yeah, it could be, but
Yeah.
showing no, you socialize through letter.
okay, it could be, but I think the answer for this is emotional and mental health because in writing letters you allow for emotional expression and reflection. It contributes to mental well-being and it also strengthens social connections by maintaining communication with others. So that's
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
all for our activity. Did you learn something from our discussion class?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So now, for our next activity, analyze and reflect on the illustration below in a paragraph composed of 5 to 10 sentences. Do this in a sheet of paper and after in a 1/2 sheet of paper and after 10 minutes, take a picture of your answer and send it in our group chat or in our GC. So here is the criteria for judging your reflection. First is the content. We have 15 points, organization of ideas, 10 points, clarity or grammar, 5 points, for a total of 30 points. So, ito yung illustration na gagawa niyo ng reflection class. So, it is entitled, The Greatest Wealth is Health. So, timer starts now. Okay? Okay, class? Lahat ba kayo? Okay, class? Lahat ba kayo ay nakapasa na sa GC?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, very good, class. So now for our assignment. So you will be grouped into 5 and you will create a poster. So alam niyo ba kung ano ang poster?
Ano po yun, ma'am?
Ang poster is magdo-draw kayo and ilalagay niyo siya sa isang 1/4 illustration board. Magdo-draw kayo about sa ating leksyon kanina, which is the dimensions of holistic health. Okay? Understood, Mr. Cobello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so send it to my email account and the deadline will be next week. So that would be all for our discussion class. Do you learn something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is good. So thank you, and I hope you get useful knowledge from our lesson. Goodbye, class, and good afternoon.
Ma'am.